Greetings and welcome back to the Death Knight class campaign for World of Warcraft Legion. I am Crudeless and I'll be taking you through the remaining quests for the campaign. And trust me, this is one you want to stay tuned for. Apparently I've heard rumors about reuniting the 4 horsemen of the Lich King. Let's see if this is true. Let's talk to Darian Mograine.
For us there is no peace, no rest.
The voice of the Lich King has spoken, Deathlord, and the Knights of the Ebon Blade will obey your command. The 4 horsemen were no ordinary Death Knights. They were born of pure, unholy power gifted from the Lich King to Koltira. The unholy power to raise the dead has now been passed to you, Deathlord. I'm sure you will wield it with great conviction. The 4 horsemen will be powerful allies against the Burning Legion, and Nazgrim is a worthy choice as the firstborn.
We must follow 4 horsemen. I have my reservations, but I will obey your will, Deathlord. The Horde will be outraged, but Nazgrim will make a powerful Death Knight.
Let's check out the Siege of Orgrimmar. As you can see here, we have General Nazgrim, once a grunt in service of the former war chief Thrall. General Nazgrim rose quickly through the ranks after overwhelming victories in Grizzly Hills and the sunken city of Vashir. Fiercely loyal to the Horde and bound by a rigorous code of honor and duty, Nazgrim will hold the line for his war chief until his dying breath. Now, unfortunately, he did just that and he passed away. And we are here now outside the gates of Orgrimmar, and here we have Thessarian. Thessarian is an important Death Knight. He was involved in quest lines in Northrend. He's actually in a comic as well, if I'm not mistaken entirely. And he is one of the most important NPCs for the Death Knights. He's also involved in the quests in the Western Playlands, so I recommend that you go check those out.
I am yours to command.
The world of the living will forever revile us for the dark tasks that we begin this day.
We do what the living cannot.
General Nazgrim was one of the finest warriors our world has known, and his loyalty was unsurpassed even for an orc. He deserves the peace of death, but this world cries out to be saved. The time for the rest is over. Come, Deathlord, let us welcome Nazgrim into the arms of the damned.
The Ebon Blade, it is time, my lord. Do what must be done. Nazgrim, your Death Lord calls. Feel the icy grip of your master, and rise once more.
I live again. How long has it been since I tasted death?
Long enough, my friend. The Burning Legion has returned, and you have been called to the battle.
Say no more. I will sever their heads from their bodies.
Indeed you shall, General. Indeed you shall.
The world will cry out in anger against us, but the air that fills their lungs will have been bought with the price of our souls.
None shall oppose you, Death Lord.
Well done, Deathlord. One of the Horde's greatest generals in life now serves you in Undeath as your first horseman.
A shadow of hope remains.
Your power is great, Deathlord, but power alone will not be sufficient. If we are to save this world from the onslaught of the Burning Legion, then you will need powerful allies. The Knights of the Ebon Blade are yours to command. It will be wise to make use of them efficiently. Go and speak with Nazgrim and Thessarian. They will be of great use to you in the fight against the Burning Legion.
We are eternal. We are unyielding.
Now, they are both up at each side of this area, in the area above us.
Blood and thunder!
These foolish class traitors speak to me as if I have never held an axe.
We will prevail, no matter the cost.
These foolish class trainers speak to me as if I've never held an axe before. They have nothing to teach that I do not already know. The dark power of Undeath flows through my veins, and it seeks blood and battle. Let's waste no more time in this dusty necropolis. Send me to the front so that I may spill the blood of our enemies.
We do what the living cannot.
Well met.
You and I have been through much together. Now you stand before me as Deathlord and leader of our order. I could not be more proud. The battle against the Burning Legion will be hard fought and filled with peril. You should not embark on this alone, my friend. I will go wherever you command, and I will kill whoever you wish me to kill.
We do what the living cannot.
Now, Thessarian is a Frost Death Knight. He has the ability Mind Freeze, and he is a combat ally with the ability Mark of Thessarian. Thessarian will occasionally come to your aid, stunning nearby enemies for 3 seconds. Nearby enemies are also affected by the Mark of Thessarian, which causes 25% of damage taken to heal the attacker. So he's a self-heal that we can activate. Nazgrim is unholy, and he has the ability Icebound Fortitude as right now. Eventually he'll get March of the Damned, while this guy gets Horn of Winter.
Speak your peace.
Well done, Deathlord. Nazgrim and Thessarian are powerful champions. I'm sure they will carry out their orders with deadly precision. Now that you have recruited your champions, you can use the scouting map to complete vital missions across the Broken Isles. The first mission is critical to the growth and power of our order. Send Nazgrim and Thessarian to seek out new candidates for the Ebon Blade. Our order must grow in strength if we are to defeat the Burning Legion.
Tomorrow is another day.
Now this one takes 2 minutes. Let's send out Nazgrim on this one.
Shall stand in
And
our
get
way.
our Dark Summoner, Marog. And there we go. Spread the word is complete.
Get on with it.
It appears that Nazgrim and Thessarian were successful in their mission. We have identified several promising candidates to aid us in the war against the Burning Legion. A powerful necromancer has joined the cause of the Ebon Blade. Dark Summoner Marog has come a long way to help to us from deep within the realm of the Shadowlands. He will be a powerful ally of the Ebon Blade. The Shadowlands, that's a really interesting place. Speak with Dark Summoner Marog to begin raising an army of ghouls for the Ebon Blade.
There's work to be done.
Now I can raise an army right here. But I guess they're actually looking for more permanent, or I guess somewhat permanent, solution here. Oh, look at these vats filled with ghouls and skeletons.
Make it quick.
Raise a squad of troops which can accompany champions on missions to increase chance of success. We can recruit one of these. It'll take 5 seconds, and the next ones will take
to ashes.
about 30 minutes every time. And they do have, I think, 2 lives. Let's see here. Pack of ghouls. They have 2 vitality here, meaning that they can be used twice. And they have infected bite here, increases the chance by a flat 15%. Though individually frail and unintelligent ghouls serve the Ebon Blade as fodder, overwhelming their enemies with sheer numbers. We can recruit 2 more of these for 20 resources each. That's very cheap, and it takes 30 minutes to get a group of ghouls. Good work, Deathlord. These ghouls will be invaluable in the war effort in the Broken Isles. Deploy them on missions just as you would your other champions. It is time to send our newly summoned ghouls out into the field. Look at the command table and send your champions and troops on a routine scouting mission.
We are done here.
This one will take us 8 hours, so I'm going to have to use some cutting magic. Archivist Zubashi is the reward, though. That's going to be fun. So let's send out Nazgrim and Thessarian and then the pack of ghouls, and we get a 100% chance to complete the mission. Now that we have bolstered our numbers, we should display our might and place our troops in the field. The Sea Giants should be a suitable test of their skill. And there the troops in the field was completed. Let's turn in the quest to Sea. Excellent work, Deathlord. The mission was a complete success. With continued success in the field, the Burning Legion will surely be beaten back. Archivist Zubashi has been doing a great deal of research on the necropolis we call Acarus. Through his studies on the necropolis, he has located a number of potential improvements that he can greatly increase the power of the Ebon Hold. Speak with Archivist Zubashi now, and he will show you what improvements can be made. We can also do one more quest, but let's do this first. Hello, Zubashi.
What?
Starting off here, these are the order advancements for the Death Knight. First choices are between the regular upgrade and the swarm ability, which increases the success chance for our first mission every day. If we send a ghoul or a geist with our followers, basically. This is nice for leveling. We're gonna pick the ghouls, since I'm level 105 already. Grants access to Death Charger. This is basically a way to access a mount, and you basically fight enemies while mounted with this one. It lasts for 1 hour, I believe, and it takes, you can use it once a day. This is Death's Advance, increasing the ability of your followers. This is Call of the Grave, increases the maximum number of ghouls and geists, basically kind of basic stuff. This will give you the ability to purchase item level increase for our followers. And this is Construct Quarter. Oh, that's kind of nice reference back to Naxxramas. Newly recruited packs of ghouls become geist swarms, making them stronger. This improves our already stronger units called the Ebon Ravagers. They turn the Ebon Knights into Ebon Ravagers. We haven't unlocked those yet, but we will eventually. Frostworm allows you to place work order for the Frost Crux. Basically, you're able to complete a world quest on your map. It says once every 3 days. It's actually once every day, I believe. So it's a very nice upgrade. This one will give you a chance to return piles of bits and bones, which can be created into Abomination, which increases success chance on mission with a lot of these traits. Let's pick this one, and let's go back into talk to Swixie.
Get on with it.
Tech up. That's the mission we need to turn in. That was an excellent choice, Deathlord. Feel free to speak to Subashi whenever you require further upgrades.
Tomorrow is another day.
The 4 horsemen will need perfect steeds. This is no simple task. For the next step of our campaign, I have organized a mission to the Realm of Shadows. The goal of the mission is to find Salanar the Horseman, leader of the Dark Riders, and summon him to Acheros. The mission is currently waiting your assignment.
We will have our revenge.
Now this is mission here, Salanar the Horseman. Very interesting one this is. When you do the first intro mission, when you create a new Death Knight, you go into the Shadowlands to tame your own steed, the Acheros Death Charger, which is the Death Knight only mount. And the Shadowland is kind of like the place where the dead live. The kind of like a transparent. What am I saying here? A different dimension of sorts. Right, if we are to bring about the return of the 4 horsemen, then we will need to acquire suitable steeds. So let's send out my guys. I believe Salanar the Horseman was also the guy we used.
Surrender to the Ebon Blade!
I had to get the first mount. Gotta check up on that to be 100% certain, but I do believe that is the case. And now the Salanar the Horseman mission is complete. Let's take a look at this. Ah, nice. Let's speak with
I will
Siuxi.
listen. For
The
now.
Ebon Blade champions sent to the Realm of Shadows have successfully returned to Acheros. Salanar the Horseman will be arriving shortly to begin preparation for the dread steeds. You should meet him when he arrives.
Ashes to ashes.
Time of the second horseman has come, Deathlord. Upon the cliffs of Erethdor stands the fallen kingdom of Stromgarde. It is there that you will find the tomb of Thoras Trollbane, the great warrior king. His strength in battle was without rival, and he shall be even more powerful in undeath.
So the Lich King has revealed the second of the 4 horsemen. It appears that not even kings may rest as the world burns around them. So be it, Deathlord. I will send Nazgrim and Thessarian to meet you at the fallen kingdom of Stromgarde. Prince Galen Trollbane holds the key to the tomb of his father, a famous sword known as Trollkalar. In order to raise the king as the second of the 4 horsemen, we will need to gain entrance to the tomb. Do what you must to persuade Galen. Assist us.
A shadow. Thoras Trollbane was one of the greatest kings this world has known. The Alliance will not be pleased. Nevertheless, your will be done, Deathlord. The Ebon Blade will be honored to bring King Thoras into our fold.
Now we are going to the Arathi Highlands, to Stromgarde, one of the ancient or old human kingdoms. There were 7 kingdoms before. They basically were, a lot of them were absolved after the Second War. We had Stormwind, we have Koltira, which isn't on the map right now. We have Gilneas, Stromgarde, Alterac, and Lordaeron. Was that all of them? I believe that was that 7? Maybe I forgot someone. The quickest way to head there is to go into the chamber in the middle here, where we have the Pillars of Creation, and we're going to take the portal to old Dalaran crater. And here we see Thoradin's Wall, named after the ancient first king of the humans, King Thoradin. And he was the old ancestor of the Strom people. He was the founder of Strom, basically, I believe at least. And the Trollbane family are his descendants. One of the Trollbanes, Danath Trollbane, I believe his name was really invested in the Second War. And you can see him if you visit Outland and go to Honor Hold. He's inside there, one of the old Trollbanes. Fun fact, these kingdoms that we talked about, they are the reason why this whole continent is called the Eastern Kingdoms. However, there aren't a lot of kingdoms here right now. And as you can see, this great kingdom of Strom isn't that big, to be honest. This is Stromgarde, of course. It is a fortress. Let's head inside the keep. And there are defenders here. They are friendly to us now because these are Forsaken. So, yeah, things have changed. Times have changed as well.
It seems your Death Lord has finally arrived.
You should watch your tone, Galen.
You should kneel before a king.
For what purpose do you intrude upon my kingdom, Death Knight? Speak quickly, for I have little patience. I will grant the Ebon Blade access to my father's tomb. First, though, I must ask a favor. I have taken up the sword and banner of my father. I have reclaimed Stromgarde with its former citizens as my guard, yet one task remains. Witherbark invaders have located themselves in the former mage district of the city. My men have suffered heavy losses at their vile hands. Cut them down to the last. Bring me their heads, and I shall give you what you seek. You have my word as the king of Stromgarde.
The glory of Stromgarde is at hand.
The kingdom of Stromgarde is mine by birthright. With the legendary troll Kalar in hand, none can dispute my rule, not even Sylvanas. My family has fought the Witherbark trolls for generations. Their presence in Arathi has always been a curse upon the land. I want to drive them out of Stromgarde for good. Destroy their supplies, and we shall give them no incentive to return. Light their supplies, or whatever it is you Death Knights do to defile things, I care not. Just make sure that it is done.
Next time, drive the Witherbark tribe from my kingdom, and I will grant you access to the tomb of my father.
Now, as you can see, the trolls have gathered all throughout Stromgarde, throughout this area here. There used to be a lot of the Syndicate in this area. The Syndicate were a band of like these defiant, I think they were from Alterac. They were basically remnants of a group of thieves, very similar to the... Oh, hello. This is the leader we need to take care of. Similar to the Defias, but they were from Lordaeron, I believe. So the warrior weapon, Stromgarde, the great arms warrior weapon. We'll be talking more about the Trollbane family and the first humans in that video. This quest here, we're fighting the trolls, is an homage back to the days of the Troll Wars, where the Quel'Thalas, the elves up in Quel'Thalas, were fighting tenaciously against the forest trolls. And they gained the help of the humans in exchange for teaching the humans magic. Now these guys here, these Blood Raiders, they must be overtuned somehow, because they are dealing so much damage to me. They're taking none, so there must be some sort of overtuning thing here going on. They don't feel like they should scale to this extent. And there we go, the music tunes in as we finish the quest. Beautiful. Let's head back to the castle.
Are you here to pay tribute?
Do you have the heads of my enemies? I want to look upon each and every face. Soon the heads of my enemies shall lie in the walls of my kingdom. These shall be the first of many. Not even Sylvanas will dare to step foot upon my free kingdom of Stromgarde.
Hurry back, or I will unleash the hounds.
You have done my kingdom a service, Death Knight. Stromgarde will not forget the service you have done for us this day.
The glory of Stromgarde is at hand. Stromgarde is mine at last. You are fools if you think I'll let my father have it back. Guards, seize them!
I am yours to command.
Galen Trollbane is a fool if he thinks that he can betray the Ebon Blade. I have had enough of his games. The fallen prince wastes our time playing the king of a ruined throne, while heroes sacrifice their lives to save this world. If Galen Trollbane will not open the tomb of his father, then we must take the sword and do it ourselves. If he chooses to resist, so be it.
We do what the living cannot. My patience has worn thin as well. Let's find the prince and be done with this.
You are fighting against a power you cannot even comprehend.
Stromgarde is mine! I will not give it up to my father or anyone else. I am the prince! How dare you!
The legendary blade of the Trollbane family passed down for generations, and now it is ours. As you can see, these guys... Oh! He almost was a friendly there, but never mind. We gotta head back here towards the end. There's a mausoleum behind us, I believe. Oh.
Well met.
We need the sword Trollcollar to open his tomb. Have you found it? We have tarried here long enough, Deathlord. The time has come to open the tomb and raise our champion.
The Ebon Blade will prevail.
King Thoras was one of the greatest warriors this world has known. His people loved him, and his enemies feared him. He only ever spoke truth, often saying the words others were afraid to speak. King Thoras lived a life of war, and he certainly deserved the peace of death. But this is not a man who would sleep peacefully while the world around him burns. The time has come, Deathlord, to welcome the last true king of Stromgarde into the arms of the dead and damned.
None shall oppose you, Deathlord.
My son, where is Galen? Where is the prince who murdered his king?
We took his life, my lord. The prince left us little choice.
What has become of Stromgarde?
Death and ruin. Time has not been kind to this place.
Then I have failed as both a father and king.
Stromgarde is lost, but there is still hope for this world, if you will join us.
I will do whatever it takes to preserve peace on Azeroth.
Today, a great king has risen from the dead to once more take up the sword in the name of liberty. It will be an honor to fight at his side against the Legion of Terror.
The Knights of the Ebon Blade will not falter.
Now up here, We can talk with Thasarian and King Thoras. Let's talk with Thoras first.
This war will not be won with words.
These Knights of the Ebon Blade are a powerful order, Deathlord. That you command such respect among their ranks speaks to your strength and leadership. During my life, I always fought to preserve my kingdom and people. But for my failure as a father, their blood now stains my hand. So I will wash the failure from my hands with the blood of demons. The time has come for me to return to the fray. My sword is yours to command.
We do what the living cannot.
I am here to serve.
If you have a moment, Deathlord, there is a personal matter I would like to speak with you about. Some time ago, a brother of the Ebon Blade was imprisoned beneath the ruins of Lordaeron by the Dark Lady. Sylvanas has refused all attempts to negotiate his release. Now our world faces destruction, and the time for diplomacy has passed. Koltira, Deathweaver, cannot fight the Burning Legion in chains, so we will break them.
We do what the living cannot.
And now we will hopefully get an answer to a question that a lot of us has been asking for a while. What happened with Koltira after the events in the Western Plaguelands? We fight here in the Western Plaguelands in the Battle of Andorhal, and Thasarian is on one side of the fight and Koltira is in another, and Koltira is captured by the Dark Lady as a consequence.
Well met.
We must rescue Koltira quickly before we are discovered. Let's rescue Koltira and get out of here.
The Ebon Blade will prevail. Ghouls. I should have known. This way, quickly! Koltira is being held nearby. We must hurry. We are here to free you at last, my brother.
Thasarian, is it really you? It has been such a long time.
Indeed, it has. We must hurry before the guards come. I am here to serve.
Sylvanas will not be pleased with our actions, but we have more to worry about than offending the Dark Lady.
None shall oppose you, Deathlord.
We got some nice rewards here. We got the Glory of the Order, giving us lots of artifact power. We got this Ghoul Tombstone and making us able to summon some ghouls. More importantly, we have the option of getting a new follower right here, Koltira.
I shall serve.
Words cannot fully express my gratitude for rescuing me. In truth, I always knew that the Ebon Blade would not forsake me. I do not wish to elaborate on my years in captivity. That time has passed, and we are now presented with an imminent danger in the Burning Legion. My blade is yours. My life and my allegiance are yours to command.
We do what the living cannot.
Let's take a look at our new followers here. Thoras Trollbane is a Frost DK with a Path of Frost and Death and Decay. Koltira is a combat ally, can be a bodyguard and accompany us. He's a Blood Death Knight, so he can tank, which is very useful. So both him and Thasarian are combat allies, but Koltira being a bodyguard, he might be even more useful to us. There are still 2 more quests here that we need to take. First from Swixie. She has 2 quests for us. Korga's Korga's Dead Axe has arrived at Acheros to aid us in recruiting additional Death Knights. He has an eye for potential. I cannot emphasize enough that it is of the utmost importance that we replenish our numbers during the battle with the Burning Legion. The demon armies are nearly endless and we are few. Speak with Korgaz when you are ready to recruit additional Death Knights.
Another time.
And Salinar the Horseman has arrived at Ebonhold from the Realm of Shadows. He alone has the knowledge and power to conjure the steeds of the 4 horsemen. Salinar has given us the first list of necessary components to create the steeds. I have organized a number of missions to obtain these items. Use the mission table to assign your chosen champions to the task.
There's work to be done.
So first of all, let's do that. There are these 5 missions that we need to complete. Fallen Steeds, Saddle of the Headless Horseman. Oh, nice reference there to the Headless Horseman. Halloween event coming up soon, pretty much. Salinar the Horseman requires the saddle used by the great Sir Thomas, the Headless Horseman. The saddle is buried in the cemetery of the Scarlet Monastery. Unfortunately, we just send out Koltira to do this. Can we send out our other guys? Can we complete the quest? I guess we have to send out Koltira on this one. Which means I can't use him as a bodyguard. Let's send in Nazgrim as well and a pack of ghouls, and we'll be good to go. That'll take us a couple of days, but there is more for us to uncover. And the other guys are upstairs, I believe. Ah, yes, here we are. Salinar, yes, it is the same guy that we met back in the Death Knight quest starting area. He has the same model as Atuman, one of the bosses in Karazhan.
You need something?
Greetings, Deathlord, sorry. Years have passed since we first met, but for me, it has been mere days. The unholy bond between horseman and steed must not be taken lightly. Powers begets powers, Deathlord. I can forge an inseparable bond between rider and steed, but components of great power are required. The first item I require is the Braid of the Underking, a dark shamanic endowment passed down for generations. Currently is being possessed by Dargrul the Underking.
We will have our revenge.
And this quest takes us into the lair of Neltharion, one of the dungeons, or the only dungeon in High Mountain. And here we have Korgaz, Dead Axe.
What?
Greetings, Deathlord. It is an honor to serve you. I have been keeping an eye on the casualties of the Alliance and Horde upon the battlefield. Supplies limited, but there are some very promising prospects.
Leave me be.
This guy will give us the ability to recruit Ebon Knights. These are very powerful, require 85 order resources per knight. They do have 3 vitality, I believe, and they are a bit better than the ghouls.
There's work to be done.
Thank you so much for checking out this video on the Death Knight class campaign, and next time we'll see the ending in the finale, so stay tuned for that. Also, don't forget to check out the rest of the class playthroughs. They're all in the playlist in the description below and after this video in the annotations. I've been Krudless, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.